We're in the overnight sleeper train from Luxor to Cairo, and I'm going to do a room tour. So, it's a double room. He put this up and I don't know how to put it back down, so there's a table here. 3 chairs. So then this comes down, I think, and then this comes down to make 2 beds, one on top of the other. We've got chargers. Maybe someone knocking, I can't tell. A sink here, it's actually pretty good. And then, oh god. Okay, the last video was interrupted because we got our lunches, but we also have started moving. You can barely see the station through the dirty glass. It's pretty awesome. But we got our food, it came like straight away. So we have warm something or other. That'll probably give me food poisoning. Rice, cucumber,
bread,
a piece of bread, and then this thing. And the same for my mum. And the loud Italians next door. Okay, sleeper train tour 2. Mohammed put our table down very graciously. And now, what was chairs is now a bed. Isn't that awesome? And then what was a thing is now another bed. So I have to climb this ladder, which is on really
Where did
nicely.
the ladder come from?
I don't know where the ladder came from. Climb the ladder. This is where I'll be sleeping. We've just sort of been told that we're getting off at Bastille station, but we weren't told when we get there. So a hole in the ground. Okay, so after a truly dreadful night's sleep, we were picked up by our guide at Bastille station in Cairo, and then he drove us straight through Cairo to the pyramids. Cairo is a city of 26 million people. It's one of the biggest cities in the Middle East. He told us this. I'm not going to fact check it. I'm just going to believe him blindly. I thought it was actually a pretty cool looking city. The people drive like crazy, even more crazy than Luxor. It is actually shocking. But yeah, we got to the pyramids. Here's us at the pyramids and these awesome cute camels. I'm so happy I got to see a camel. I didn't ride one because we were told it's a bit scammy. Here's one yawning. Isn't that so cool? So, what at first seems like a regular video of the pyramids, look closer. Yeah, that's right, that's a sleeping dog. So cute. On the pyramid. Oh, what's that? Another sleeping dog in the pyramid. What the hell? This is actually crazy. The dogs were everywhere. They were just lounging. So cute. And here's a look at the pyramid here, real quick. Pyramid. And then we went to the Grand Egyptian Museum, some headrests. These look uncomfortable as fuck, so I had to get a video of them. It's actually crazy. Oh yeah, and another dog in the museum itself. I do not know what's up with that. Our guide told us that's a regular occurrence, which is awesome. Okay, so yesterday we got the sleeper train to Cairo, and we saw the pyramids and the Grand Egyptian Museum today, and we also went to a papyrus factory workshop thing, and we bought some papyrus, which I'm going to look at now. It comes in this case.
What are you doing?
Yeah, so it comes with this certificate of authenticity, which is just a PDF file printed onto a piece of paper. So in the workshop they show you how they make the papyrus. It's actually really cool and simple. So we got this here. This is a scene of a dead king having his heart weighed against a feather or something like that. Just like the show Moon Knight, guys. Moon Knight. Any Moonheads here? Any Moonheads watching? Just like Moon Knight. episode 6 or 7 or 8. I don't remember. It's just like Moon Knight. Go watch my previous video on Moon Knight, guys. Any Moon Knights in the chat, please go check it out. Go and check out the Moon Knight.
And then we have Anubis, who we think is Thoth here. And then this is Ra. So this is pretty cool. It smells nice. Oh yeah, each one has the artist signature at the bottom as well. They're all hand painted.
After closer inspection, it's pretty clear that that's not true. They're not hand painted. They're probably printed on in some way. So it's kind of upsetting that that was a lie, but it's still handmade and hand printed, which I think is still kind of cool. And it's Egypt, so you got to expect some sort of dishonesty.
And then here, my mum got this one. It's a lighter, which I think means it was pressed for less time. They press it under a lot of pressure, so this is less time as it's been pressed. And this depicts, well, I think this is the pharaoh himself, Akhenaten, and then this his wife Nefertiti, and a tiny lady here, maybe an imp or a goblin. And then here we have the sun, the sunrise reaching out with its hands, and this is the god Aten, which is the monotheistic god that Akhenaten enforced in Egypt. He said no to the pantheon of gods, and he said yes to this one god. He was really ahead of his time.
And his body was fucking crazy, bro. Look at that hourglass figure. I'm actually shocked. It's fantastic. Good for him. When I first saw this, I don't think I've ever been more blown away. What the fuck am I looking at? Have you seen other Egyptian... Go just look up any Egyptian art, even the stuff previously in this video, the other papyrus. What the fuck is his body compared to that? I'm so mind blown.
Which is the way they do papyrus is they get the plan, and they do one down, one to the side, one down, one to the side. And you can kind of tell with this one, and you shine a light under it more so, this line's going both ways. That's how you can tell it's authentic papyrus. I think our train might be moving. You can see it better with this one. You see the lines going aside and like this. So yeah, it's literally just a plant that has been treated with water and pressed down for like 10 days, they said. That's really cool. 10 out of 10. And also a reasonable price. And out of all the things that we've done this entire trip, they hassled us the least. We've had so much hassle in Egypt. And I'm actually going to show something else off, which I bought, and they hassled us way more, and I think this was actually quite chill. So before we went to the papyrus workshop, there was a perfume factory which also had like a shop, a fancy shop, and I bought some perfume from there, partially because I wanted it, but mostly because the man made me uncomfortable and I just wanted that feeling to stop. So yeah, okay, here we go. Perfume. This is, I got the papyrus flower scent. It's 100 milliliters. I think this will last ages. It's all natural. It's not like alcohol or anything. It's like an oil that you put on. Oh, and I think it smells very nice.
Oh, that is nice, actually.
See, yeah, it's nice. Smell. It's way more manly than the stuff I currently use. It's like a man scent.
Yeah.
So I thought it'd be good to get a man scent. Bit of fun. Because the stuff I use now is like Gay Boy, Gucci, Harry Styles stuff. It was like €30 for this bottle, which they then converted to Egyptian, which increased the price of it, I think, because their conversion was a bit dishonest. Okay, it's Sleeper Train Night 2. I'm going to show you what we just got for food right now this second. Last night it was like a chicken tagine sort of thing, right? If I remember correctly. It was actually pretty good. Just wasn't very hungry. But today, I don't know what it is. It's rice. I'm thinking, what's this? Maybe like grilled chicken? Is this chicken? Okay, we got some chicken, potato, a piece of bread, an orange, which doesn't look the most appetizing,
Oh, what?
and coleslaw, which looks fucking horrible. So that's cool. What's this? And why'd you get a wet wipe?
I got white pinkies in there.
Oh, okay. Cool, yeah. Oh yeah, also today we didn't get this last night, a toothbrush, hand wash, and toothpaste, I think. Yeah, toothpaste. Which is awesome, because I don't think I actually showed this off last time. But that's a sink under there. It's actually really cool.
So this is the view from the top bunk. I had to record this bit in silence because my mum was already knocked the fuck out at this point. She was so tired. I, on the other hand, was exhausted, but I slept basically 0 hours this night. Look at this ladder, by the way. This fucking ladder. Every time I got up onto this bed, I slipped. It would slip on the floor. It would slip on the top. It was absolutely awful. The bed itself wasn't that uncomfortable. I didn't want to get under the covers, as you can see, because it was absolutely gross. And it was freezing, and it was bumpy, and it was a waking nightmare. Quite literally a waking nightmare as well, because I got 0 sleep. So anyway, here's some bonus content the next morning. After pretty much no sleep, we got up, and we crossed to the West Bank in Luxor to enjoy a peaceful hot air balloon ride. Look at this. This is the hot air balloon car park, I guess you could say, where they blow them up. It was actually quite nerve-wracking seeing them blow it up. I thought it would sort of already be there waiting for us, but no, we got to see it get blown up from a sheet on the ground, and then get in it and fly away. It didn't instill much confidence in me, I'll be completely honest, because if you can see, you'll see in a second from another angle, they were just blowing that shit up with fire and just like 5 tiny fans. It was so funny. And yeah, this just looks so fucked up. I'm sorry, with like 18 men doing this job, it's so crazy. Here's one that's already got people on. So I'm shitting myself at this point. And then, awesomely, last minute, what is revealed on our balloon as it turns up onto the correct side? What is revealed? That's right, a hole. In the balloon itself, a hole is revealed.
Holy shit. Is that hole normal?
Yes. So after that pleasant experience in the morning, we had to even it out with an awful experience in the evening. Our hotel had a guy who was selling boat tours, in parentheses, boat tours, in the evening from 4 to 5 p.m. where you get to go out, you sail the Nile while the sun sets, and it's supposed to be beautiful. But what it was, in reality, we got on the water on a felucca. There was no wind that day, so we understood that we would have to be dragged along by a motorboat because there was no wind. But here's the thing, we weren't being dragged by the motorboat that the man who sold us the tour owned. No, they pushed us out onto the Nile, and then we essentially called a cab. We were just, the people who were on the boat with us, it was 2 young boys for some reason, not the guy who sold us the tour. They were essentially pleading for literally any motorboat to drag us along the Nile. It was so strange. It ended up being, I'm pretty sure, just some civilian vehicle agreed to it. They roped us on, and then a bunch of other feluccas from other tours started throwing their ropes onto our boat. So we were connected to around 3 boats, and it got to the point where I think this one civilian boat was dragging along around like 4 or 5 other boats. So they dragged us off down the Nile. Then the civilian boat left us. We then anchored just in the middle of the Nile between 2 fucking hotel districts. It wasn't even a nice spot, and they said, okay, now you wait here for about 40 minutes to an hour for the sun to set. So we were sold a tour, and what we actually got was we were stranded down the Nile. We didn't even travel the length of a street. It was like 50 feet down the Nile, and then we had to sit in awkward silence for about 40 minutes, essentially. We were sold a lie. It was awful, and that's how we finished the trip. And all we had to show for it was a fucking dreadful time lapse that I'll put on the screen now. So awful.
This was a Servifilm production.